Hello, this is Shadi. I would like to talk to you about the escrow process on a purchase transaction. I have many buyers that they're asking me how long the escrow will take and what is the process involved, especially my first-time home buyer. So I figured it's not a bad idea to brush over the process of escrow for purchase transaction. As soon as we get the acceptance of our buyer's offer, we take the check, deposit check to escrow, and escrow officer will open up the escrow and will deposit the check into the escrow account. The fund will stay safe and sound in the escrow account, um, bank account until the end of the transaction and will be credited to the buyer's fund. Meantime, buyer has 7 days from the acceptance of the offer to choose the best inspection company that they feel, and they do the inspection of the property and make sure that everything is to their acceptance. And if there is anything requires repairs, they can make a list of repairs, and sellers most of the time, although that they have no obligation to do the repairs, they will accept the repairs, or at sometimes they will credit the buyer, towards those repairs at the end of the escrow. We have 17 days from the acceptance of the, you know, offer for the buyer to get their loan, in line and get it approved. And loan contingency, according to the contract, must be removed within 17 days from the acceptance of the offer. And appraisal contingency is usually removed at the same time with the with the loan approval contingency. Uh, which, I can strongly say that 80% of the time that has never happened, that we were never being able uh, to convince the buyers to remove the loan contingency. But regardless, this is the process. At the same time, we order the preliminary title report, and escrow officer will prepare the escrow instruction, and do all the due diligence behind the picture. And there are so many documents that it has to be prepared and signed by both parties. And then, meantime, seller has 7 days to disclose all the seller's disclosures for buyer's review. And, buyer has to review all those papers that there are, maybe sometimes over 35 pages that is talking about all the aspects of the property that the seller may be aware of it. And then once those papers are signed and returned, meantime, there are loan documents and loan requirements that the buyer has to come up with. And after the removal of the contingency, basically, if there is any repair that is accepted by the seller, the repair will be take place. And then, now that we have no loan contingency, no appraisal contingency, repair is out of the way, and then if the property is, in a condominium sitting, or it has a homeowner association, we also have to order the CCNR and all the HOA documents for the buyer's review. And then if that is out of the way, then we are going to wait for the loan documents for the buyer to go to the escrow. And of course, the buyer will go for the signing of the loan documents. And then we need about 2 to 3 days after the loan signing for the lender to go and review the loan documents, and they come up with the funding condition. And then everyone behind the scene will work hard to provide the funding conditions to the lenders. And then once the funding conditions are done, we are going to have a final walkthrough of the property. And once the final walkthrough is done, and there is no problem, is to to address, then the loan will be funded and the escrow will be closed. And usually within, 1 to 3 days after close of escrow, the buyer can take a possession of the property. That is a very short, but I think it's, sorry that the screen for somehow it went off. But that is short, but it can tell you that what is the process. But 90% of the time, I can easily say all these years of experience, things does not go as quick as I mentioned. Most of the time, the problem is with lenders, and the loan is not being delivered on a timely manner, which I always suggest my buyers to get their loan approval before they get into the market. But that basically gives you an idea of what is the escrow process for purchase transaction. I want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas and a very healthy and prosperous 2014. And this will be my last video for 2013. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye now.